is Bella. But like, I don't think they're that big of jerks because like they don't kill everyone. They're also not out killing everyone. It's the babies that kill most.
But they
you're right.
say
Think about it.
You're
The
right.
end, it goes
Yeah.
for a very specific character and let everyone else live. So
but they say that the sharks could swim away, but they haven't because they want to kill them. But I suppose maybe they just want to kill that specific character. And
they want to kill that guy because they leave all the others. They're like,
it's the babies again.
yeah.
Did they send the babies in there like, go babies go? Like, did they?
I think maybe it's like How to Train Your Dragon, where you can kind of train the adults, but you can't train babies. They're just gonna do what they want. So in the second one, I think that is. Yeah. So the baby sharks, if you get in their way, that's your fault. Just don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. It's my advice to everyone. Don't be in a baby shark's way. Just don't do it.
Man, that'd be another great story. What happened to Mark? Tiny baby sharks.
It's an Andy we haven't told.
Wow.
We're not allowed to sing that song.
I wanted to say just now, please don't like play that song
on
your funeral.
We've made a promise to all the listeners that the singing of Baby Shark will not make it into any final edits.
Good.
It will not happen.
Good.
And any guests who sing it aren't invited back.
In the last episode, you can't probably copyright, but
no, even then, it's not going to happen. I wouldn't do that to them.
Good.
Think about the I think his name was Skipper, the guy who helped everyone out of the boat. He
the
had a
silent guy, yeah.
Yeah, he did not say much.
It's not appearing in this film. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like his role?
I'm voting that scene the most awkward scene of the movie, where they arrive at Achilles and they get off. Like, I know they're going for the natural thing, and everyone's just kind of quietly talking, thank you for passing my bag and whatever, and but that's the most awkward scene in the whole movie. That was very funny, I thought, and it took a while before someone actually said, okay, welcome. Let us speak.
Cut. Yeah. Well, that guy Andre Jacques, he has 23 other credits to his name, where he's been the marine coordinator or the marine skipper in a bunch of TV shows and films. So I feel like he gets hired because he can motor a boat.
Oh wow!
So I feel like they just needed somebody to drive the boat, and well, here you go. Don't say anything. Help them up. Just be you. Just be Andre.
I did like him because he looked very friendly. He was smiling as he was helping everyone. He looked like a South African guy that would actually help people.
He is from Zimbabwe.
1 to 2. Nice. Zimbabwe, cool.
He was the marine coordinator. So kissing with. He was in a bunch of Strike Back too. Marine coordinator. So yeah, this dude works. They just gave him a nice extra role. That's cool.
He's the Marine coordinator of Deep Blue Sea 3. He came back for the next one.
Oh,
cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was a crew member and I got some extra roles, and that was always fun. That means 2 paychecks. So they shot him some extra money. He helped out some people. Good for him.
Now, do you think we needed more shots of the boat?
That was my favorite part.
What, the solid 68 seconds that we have of the boat leaving the harbour and then docking at Achilles.
Yes.
That's why I'm so grateful we're not doing this film minute by minute, because that would have been the bulk part of 2 different minutes. It's just this boat travelling.
I'm sad we're not doing this, because I want to talk more about this movie. So
that boat was great, and I liked. You know what's weird? In the other one, right? In Deep Blue Sea, you don't really know where Aquatica is in relation to land. But in this one, you know exactly, because you see the whole trip. So you go, oh, okay, that's where it is. That's what you're saying. Oh,
cool. They travel by map, like in Indiana Jones or the Muppets.
Yeah.
Just a little dotted red line, real time.
Yeah.
So when you guys come and visit, we'll know exactly where to travel.
Yeah, we're gonna rent one of these fake wood panel boats, and we'll record the podcast on it.
Perfect.
Oh, I could find it right now. It's just I like watching boats in the water, and it just made me happy. So that was cool. Remember Miami Vice with Colin Farrell when they leave to go to Cuba to go get what do they get? Not Mai Tais. I forget what they go, but they go to get drinks. I like in Tenet when they're on the boat. I just like Captain Ron. I just like boat scenes. That's what I'm learning about myself. Small boats.
Yeah,
Small
boat scenes
boats.
are cool.
Okay.
So
So
I
the
don't know, I
end,
dug
the
it.
very end of Titanic. That's your jam.
Yeah.
When they're
Well,
on
the
the
little
lifeboats.
boats.
Everything
Oh,
else
I
is
love
like,
that.
no, thank you.
The best. The end of Titanic is the best.
Yeah. When the little boats come into play,
Yeah.
that's when
Yes.
Titanic.
Shut that
Best
all in your
part.
face.
I love Titanic.
But no, in my notes, I like knowing the distance. I just- I feel like I wrote that wearing like a monocle, just staring at the screen, being very scientific about Deep Blue Sea. But I like it. It made me happy.
That's great. We've got the angles. We know it's like about 8 miles. I think they said 8 miles off the coast. Like, it's like sort of, we've got the geography, the mountains help for like, direction. Great.
Let's
Great
chart
stuff.
the course now. Let's go.
We're planning this. We're planning this trip. It's happening.
The reason why I like it too, it's just production value. They had a good looking boat. That boat looked expensive.
It did.
Because once they get on the sets, right? The sets, the sets are like they're very limited on their budget, and they look fine.
Yeah.
I just liked being outside. I like seeing an expensive boat in the water. I like that a lot more than once we get stuck in Aquila. Oh, no, no.
Achilles.
Yeah, Achilles.
Achilles.
Every time you say it, you got to Brian Cox it. But no, it's production design. It's out in the open. There's a nice boat. It was the cast in there. And it was good. Andre Jacques is crushing it. They hit some good waves on that. I dug it. That's why I like it. Like I would have loved on a Deep Blue Sea movie where it's just the crew going back home dancing. Just dancing the entire way.
Would
back
that
to
have been the
mainland.
sequel? They pick up Preacher and Carter and they head home.
And just dance.
And that's it. That's the film.
Just an hour of dance?
Yeah. They dance, but also they listen to Carter and Preacher's story. I'd watch
So
that.
they would just sit around while they recap it?
Yeah. And we'd get to see the moment that Preacher learns that the sharks are modified.
I want this movie. Now listen up, crew. This is what
None of you know this, but Susan and Jim, they broke the Harvard Compact.
Now, Zanani and I are big fans of this movie called Wolf of Snow Hollow. And sorry, Jay, if this is an inside joke
That's
here,
fine.
but
I
do
have
you
not
think
seen it.
Do you think Ricky would be on that boat, Zanani? And would they like Ricky on the Deep Blue Sea?
Well,
Watch Wolf of Snow Hollow, by the way.
I mean, yeah. Who do you think from Wolf of Snow Hollow would survive this? How far do you think Jim will go?
No, he's done.
Right? He's toast.
He's done.
Now he goes like first.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
he'll just like voluntarily dive into the water. I'm gonna go punch a shark.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, shark, come over here. No, Detective Julia Robson would live easily, and everyone else would just die really quickly.
Yeah, I think she would live too, because even if she struggled, I think everyone would protect her. So, like, yeah, I think you're spot on with that.
Sorry, Jay.
That's
I just
fine.
love this movie, and I think it's underrated.
I think when we're done with Deep Blue Sea 3, we should do like another series. We would just take like random movies and we like discuss every character in that movie and would they be able to survive Deep Blue Sea. And that's how we continue.
We'll start
the
with
legacy
12
of
Angry
Deep Blue
Men.
Sea.
Mystic
Palm Springs.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Palm Springs to get a UK release.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's April.
It's
It's
so
coming
good,
out.
Jay. Oh, it's so good. You're going to love it. It's so much
I
fun.
can't wait, but I have to.
Life.
Right, I think we've covered this chapter and the rest of the
Aw.
film. Okay. Any other thoughts on this chapter?
Okay, yeah, so I've got one thing. I've got a theory, but you guys need to bear with me because, like, I'm struggling to focus today, so I'm going to try and be as concise as I can. So, this is my theory. Okay, so we've got Aaron, which is our computer nerd. They call him a nerd throughout the movie, so it's not me calling him nerd. They're calling him a nerd, but it's Aaron, our computer nerd. All day with the screens watching the sharks and monitoring the systems and whatever. Like we've discussed, does he really watch the sharks? Well, like the screens are there and whatever. So, yeah, I don't really know how much time he spends on it, but it's happening. So now we know, like, those sharks have, like, superpowers, right? Like, their eyesight has improved, like, immensely.
Their intelligence
during
has
this-
improved 1,000-fold. That's a line from the film, 1,000-fold.
It's incredible. It's just incredible. And like during that scene where Durant takes his like small drugs and tells his lawyer his plans, where like when it's all done, he's gonna kill the sharks.
When the shark's watching from the window.
Yes, that's
Best scene of the film.
Great. I love it. He's just all of a sudden cut to shark eyeballing him through the window.
Not moving anywhere. Stationary shark, just out the window.
Yeah, just out the window, effectively listening to Durant talk about the killing and stuff, because right after the things start happening, because they realize, okay, well, we need to get the hell out of here. Their first plan didn't work, plan B. So then when computer nerd Aaron gets thrown into the water by Durant because he now wants to show off how he's trained these sharks, Aaron makes it, but his shoe gets nibbled by... We're thinking Bella, because he specifically says she, like she's toying with me. So we're thinking it's Bella, because again, we only ever hear of Bella and then the she comment or they. That's literally the reference to the sharks. So his shoe gets nibbled and he's like toying with me, and Trent says, dude, sharks don't joke around. But then Aaron's like, these are no ordinary sharks. And then at the end, when it's just trained Misty Durant and Aaron left and they're trying to swim to the boat, Aaron gets dragged down by one of the sharks. But then we see the sharks don't really want to kill anyone, because they literally swim past the two, right? And goes for Durant. And we've got that all, you're not my master, I kill you thing happening. So and Aaron survives. So basically they just whoever it was dragged Aaron down, and he managed to swim up. That boy has lungs, I'll tell you. He manages to swim up, survives, but without his shoe. And he's like, these sharks have a real fetish with my shoe. So my theory is that they're so clever, because they can see and hear through freaking wet lab walls and everything, that one of them, at least one of them, maybe a couple of them, but at least one of them developed a crush on Aaron, our computer boy. And that's the whole thing with Aaron and the shoe. And
I love it.
So you're positing a shark-human romance.
Correct.
Okay.
A shark-human romance. Because if, like Achilles, the whole Greek myth also with the boy turning into a shark, so you've got a bit of a man-shark thing happening there. That's my theory. The shark developed a crush on him with all the cameras under there. Those things, I don't know. They probably can see him through the camera. I don't know. Smell him. I don't know. But that's my theory. One of the sharks developed a crush on computer nerd.
That makes a lot of sense, because they could just murder him at any time they want. So to not do that means they know Aaron and who it is. So they have a liking. Whoever it is has a liking of Aaron.
And, the scene where Aaron and, is it Josh, the other shark trainer, Josh Hooper, where those two are together when they're trying to, get out of the, flooding wet lab. So right before Josh dies, he's yelling at Aaron, I told you to fix this door. And he's being really mean to him. And then who gets eaten?
Oh.
Josh.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah, in the shower.
That's interesting.
So I just got to say, I love the theory. That's great.
Yeah, these are my incredible thoughts. Incredible thoughts.
We'll have to keep an eye on that, yeah. But they say at the end of this chapter that Achilles was the child that Zeus turned into a shark. This is wrong.
This is wrong.
It's flat out wrong.
Yeah, it's Aphrodite.
Aphrodite turned him into a shark. He was the son of Zeus. And Lamia, who was a very handsome young man who said he was more beautiful than Aphrodite, and so as punishment she turned him into a shark. I don't know why this is wrong in the film. I couldn't say the boy that Aphrodite turned into a shark rather than Zeus. I feel like they're just as famous as gods as each other, Aphrodite and Zeus. They're both well known.
You'd think.
But then there is an outtake where Daniel Savra kept on getting the number of people who were killed towards the end of the film. She kept on saying the line wrong. So maybe she said the line wrong. I don't know. I don't want to assume that. Maybe it was miswritten. Either way, It's a mistake. I can't fathom. I don't know. It's just an error.